Our central and peripheral nervous system is very impressive. But what is it made of? Two cell types, neurons and glial cells. Neurons are hyperinteractive cells and interact especially with other neurons. They are the main information carrier in our bodies. This is one neuron. It's a cell. The different areas of this cell have different functions and its membrane is absolutely vital to its workings. From top to bottom, we have dendrites. They are the many inputs of a neuron. Here certain chemicals called neurotransmitters bind and activate signaling cascades which lead to an activating effect or an inhibiting effect inside the cell. Below is the soma, which essentially is the classic cell body. Nucleus and most functional organelles are located here. Below that, all incoming information from all the dendrites gets together at the axon hillock. Here the output of the neuron is determined by the input, or the sum of inhibiting and activating effects. The mechanism is key and gets its own video. In essence, the information is the flow of ions. Below that we get the axon. It's a long tube that leads the ions, which are the signal or information determined in the axon hillock, further down the line. Notice that it is coated periodically by myelin. This isolates and boosts the speed of information by factor 100. The gaps in the myelin are called nodes of Ravier. At the end of the neurons are synaptic buttons. They are the output of the neuron. And guess what? They grow close to dendrites of other neurons. The small gap in between synaptic button output and dendrite input is called a synaptic gap. The other big cell type are glial cells. Microglia cells are the brain's immune system. They constantly form new appendages, searching a local area for pathogens or damaged areas like burst blood vessels to fix. They also have a very unique function of cutting down a select number of connections and neurons in adolescent brains to prohibit overconnection, which could lead to cognitive issues. Oligodendrocytes connect neurons and myelinize them. Due to myelinization, information flows about 100 times faster through axons. They also feed axons. They only exist in your central nervous system. However, there is a peripheral glial cell fulfilling the corresponding purpose, named the Schwann cell. Finally, astrocytes. They are connected to tens of thousands of synapses and modulate activity. They are also connected to one another by electrical synapse, which is way faster than the chemical synapse of neurons. The blood-brain barrier is upheld by astrocytes. Regulation of pH and potassium levels, such as flushing extracellular spaces with water, are also their task.